Hi there, my name is Fix Fox, and welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic 3. This is going to be the final scenario in the Gem campaign, New Beginnings. This is going to be scenario 4, scenario 5, whatever it is, driving for the boots. And this is going to be an excellent capstone to this campaign, I do believe. So let's read the scenario description and dive right in. Take the Dead Man's Boots to Gem's starting town to win the campaign. However, if Gem or Clancy are defeated in battle, or you lose the boots, this scenario is lost. Your heroes will be limited to level 25, but Gem will carry her experience, skills, and spells onto her next campaign. We have the choice between 4,000 gold, 15 wood, or 7 crystal as a starting bonus. That's going to be important because we do have expert difficulty on, no, impossible difficulty, and therefore we will have no resources. Of course, though, I do not always choose what our bonus is. We're going to let the dice roll decide. The dice indicates to us that we roll a 3. A 3 is going to be this 15 wood. Would I rather have 15 wood or 4,000 gold? I'm not sure, but gold is never bad. Maybe this way we can get off to a quick start. Things like the marketplace, things like the blacksmith, and that can actually help us get more gold. So not too sad about this. Let's listen to Gem, have her kind of paint the picture and give us context for this scenario. And folks, let's dive right in.
I begin my quest for the last item Sandra needs, the Dead Man's Boots. Unlike the other artifacts, these may actually be inside Deja, for the borders are in dispute. One thing is certain, there will be several Dejan border lords in the area, and they will not like me being there. This is going to be a tough fight.
Look at the way the Centaurs walk.
Important things are never free.
The Centaurs walk so stiffly. Like, their lower body, the horse part, is just, you know, I mean, it's hard to get a horse to look correctly, but I mean, you get the dwarves who got this nice little gait in their step and with the arms and everything swings correctly. The Centaurs, though, just stiff-armed. They look like a robot. We're going to ignore that. This is, again, a game from 1999, so they did great. They did fantastic. Getting the Dead Man's Boots is not going to be easy. From what my elven scouts tell me, there are at least 2 Dejan border lords in the area. They are likely to react strongly to my presence this close to Deja. I need to avoid being distracted by the border lords and keep driving for the boots. Ah, I see what you did there. You put the title of the scenario in the description here. Very nice, driving for the boots. Okay. Of course, it would be perfect if I can destroy some Dejan troops and get the boots at the same time. I agree. So starting off, we do have Gem the Sorceress, level 20 Sorceress, Clancy, level 20 Ranger, and note that we do have for secondary skills, Expert Wisdom, Earth Magic, and Air Magic on Gem, plus the Expert Archery, really good when we have some early Wood Elves to help us with these fights. And I'm happy that I have the Armorer. I'm happy I have the Intelligence, and then we have Basic Diplomacy. We picked that up at the very end of the final scenario. It's all right. It's all right. It's just not what I wanted. That's okay. Maybe it'll help us later. And then 8 attack, 11 defense, 8 spell power, and then 12 knowledge. And then, of course, we have Clancy. And Clancy is more offensively geared, I think. But then I say that and then immediately say, wait a second. You mean that the guy with more magic than Gem, the guy with expert earth magic, water magic, earth magic, and air magic, and intelligence is more offensively geared? Well, he is, because he's got 10 attack, 14 defense, 7 power, and 6 knowledge. Really actually happy to have that advanced intelligence. I think that having those additional spell points is going to be pretty darn useful for him. But all that going along with the expert resistance and the expert offense, Clancy might actually be the better hero than Gem. I think that Clancy is the better hero, but all the same, we're just going to fight these fights as best as we can, and we should be able to fight this very, very well. We start off with Centaurs, our fort, and nothing else here in our town of Elfwind. And so, first item of business. Wow, we actually got a lot of troops here. Both of these heroes rolled elves, which I think is like a 15% chance to get any number of your 3rd level creatures. So this is a pretty unique opportunity. All the same, our heroes are so tough that we should just go. We are not taking experience because we're going to get plenty of it. And as I see, we start off going here up this path. These nomads here, for example, right now. Oh, Fix Fox, what are you going to do? Can you fight them? Buddy, have you seen my spells? We picked up so many spells. We invested in the previous scenario in getting things like Elemental Implosion, Chain Lightning. Oh my gosh. We can fight these fights with no problem. The AI may say that we lose. Even here, it doesn't say that we lose, but we're going to make sure we take absolutely no losses. Right like this. The enemies are probably going to be a little bit sad that we just did that. Hopefully they group up a little bit for like a meteor shower or something. Looks like no, not too well anyway. And I'm going to spend these spells like they are candy. We're going to kill all of these nomads with no chance for them to be happy or sad. I don't know if I need to go up or down. How much gold do I have right now? 1,500 gold. There's this one other treasure chest here. Clancy's going to go grab that for us now. We're going to grab the 1,500 gold. So we've got 3K. And then I see that and I immediately think Town Hall or a hero that can scout for us. And actually it's Airy with the advanced scouting. That's probably pretty good. I've heard the residents of the fortress will grow a great carnivorous plant to honor any hero who brings them the grail. I don't think that that's going to be useful for us in this go-around. And then Nimbus, Charna, and Sai as the enemy heroes that we got to look out for. Charna for the Black Knights, Dread Knights. Nimbus, I forget what his speciality is. And then Sai is magic-based, but I forget his speciality as well. Number of heroes, us in green have 2. Orange and pink have 1. Let's see. You know what? I think that I can get gold now, and I will get a scout on day 2. That's what we're going to do. And then I think that we can just have Clancy scout this way. And even with these troops, he can absolutely take this Dwarven treasury. That's not going to be a problem. Whether Jim should go this way, I don't think I'm going to have this green border guard. I'm going to have her go down the road. And we'll pick up a scouting hero tomorrow if we have enough gold. 1,500 gold. Once we get this Dwarven treasury, that should be enough. You have found the Dwarven treasury. Do you wish to attack the guards? Yes, I do. Oh no, this is overwhelming. Do I want to retreat? Nope. And we're going to fight this fight ourselves. And once again, why are we fighting these fights? Buddy, let me just throw 28 earth elementals right on top of your head. Yeah, that's going to go pretty well. These battle dwarves are going to be fast enough to get to my elves. And so I'm just going to try and block them off. I don't actually want to attack them. Nice. We're going to wait here because I don't want to take the retaliation. Ouch. 2 wood elves go down. But I've got a trick up my sleeve. Even here, I've got the opportunity to avoid damage because I've got the expert resurrection. I have expert resurrection. I don't think it's going to matter to me. I'll probably lose 1 dwarf here. Yeah, 1 dwarf goes down. Otherwise, all my troops are literally going to sprint to the corner. We do not care. Oh, I guess I should have attacked those battle dwarves there, huh? Oh well, we're going to wait. Run! Run! And as you can tell, I am spending my spell points like there is no tomorrow. I don't care. I should be able to pick up, if I have any concerns, I should be able to pick up a mage guild within the first week anyway, and somebody can just stay overnight to replenish all their spell points. So, we will kill this one battle dwarf here. And really, I'm trying to make sure that the enemies don't get to attack me. These earth elementals need to go. They'll deal with these guys. And hopefully these dwarves come up, actually. And I'm not going to spend the spell points to resurrect these 2 dwarfs. Sometimes you just gotta lose 2 dwarfs. There's nothing else for it. I might lose 1 centaur here in just 1 second. Yeah, I'm gonna lose that 1 centaur. Very sad. I feel bad for it. 1, 2, and 2. Could have fought that fight even cleaner, but we will take our 5 crystal and 5,000 gems. And with just a handful of centaurs, a couple of dwarves, and a few elves, we end up taking this fight with no problems. Let's get that other hero. 6,500 gold? Yeah. Let's get our new hero, and let's get our way towards this city hall. I think it's probably going to be best for us to use that wood bonus we had. We started off with the 15 wood and no other resources. Let's use that wood to actually get ourselves a marketplace, and then a mage guild tomorrow, and then the blacksmith, so that way we can press forward. And it's never a bad idea just to move up roads, I think. Oh, and by the way, wow. So the garrison here is very interesting because I don't think I can actually send Gem here and then pick up the troops. I don't think that that's how that works. I think that you actually have to leave those troops in the garrison. They cannot come with you. But what this means is that we don't have to worry about the enemy coming from this road. What that does mean as a problem is that we have to be concerned because there's a possibility that the enemy is going to push through this garrison and be able to defeat 25 gold dragons at some point. Does the enemy start off with crazy amounts of troops just because we start off with crazy over-leveled heroes? I don't remember. I do not remember. So, again, a lot of this is fuzzy. It's been a long time since I've been on these campaigns. I don't know. I do not know. Let's send our scouting hero down this road this way. We see orcs, we see ore, we see a garrison here. That garrison's not even a problem. Not really. And so I think that gem, I have the opportunity. Do I go up and out or do I go this way? Let's actually have Ari pick up this ore. 8 ore. Is that enough ore for what I'm going to need to purchase in the next couple of days? Am I going to have time for Clancy to come back down? I think so. Because I'm going to need 5 ore here for the Mage Guild. Yeah, and I'm not going to need ore for anything in just a little bit. So actually, I can wait on this ore pit for a moment. I'm actually going to send Gem out. There's something over here. I'm going to send her out. Again, I don't think I can pick up these troops. No, these troops must stay. But we're going to head out up the road and just explore. I don't think the enemy is going to come our way anytime soon. Stables. Let's just go grab the stables. Aha, homestead. Because these stables, we're going to pick up, I think that's an extra 400 movement points for the rest of this week. That's going to be useful all the time. I'm not even going to pick up the Shrine of Magic Thought. It's right there. But the problem is that I just don't think I need it. I shouldn't call that a problem. I just don't think that I do need that. Because my spells are already so incredible, it's not going to hurt my feelings one way or the other. A gang of rogues is sifting through the possessions of dead warriors, scaring off the scavengers. You note that the rogues had overlooked a strange breastplate of petrified wood. That's going to be +1 to our power skill. And really, I mean, I have all these other spells. What's the likelihood that that is a 3rd level spell that's really going to help me? I could absolutely take this fight against these several unicorns. I'm going to opt not to, simply because I think that it might be helpful for me to wait. I think that I could potentially get by without actually picking them up. Do I want to recruit dwarves at this time? I don't think so, but I do want to get over here. Maybe we'll pick up the dwarves in a moment. I'm going to head this way as if there's something over here I need to deal with. And maybe Ares is going to scout and discover that it's just that water wheel. And that Clancy can just go back and get his spell points. Oh, he's got 55. You can take on a couple of these orcs. Don't even, buddy. Several manticores. This is a fight that we can take. This is a fight that we will take. This extra 1,000 gold per day is going to be critically important. Oh no, Jem wants to retreat. Do we let her? No. Apply these battle results? No. And all the enemies kind of did their first round skip, and that's going to be their downfall. We're just going to haste our own creatures by slowing the enemy. We're going to wait. And this looks prime for one single chain lightning. One single chain lightning. My word. I am not worried about you guys at all. I'm actually going to spread the damage a little bit because the chain lightning doesn't always kill everybody. In fact, most times it doesn't. There's 2 to the top, so we're going to chain lightning from the top down to the bottom. We're going to wait. And how about this guy? Sweet. And I think I can actually just pick these guys off one by one. Oh yeah, feels really nice. Unfortunately, we're not able to get this gold mine. We're just a little bit out of our way, but that'll be just fine for now. Month 1, week 1, day 4. I tried to scry the location of the dead man's boots, but could not divine anything useful. My scrying abilities are more closely tied to living things. However, according to Sandro, the boots are in the possession of a wizard south of here. Good to know. 1,000 gold per day, and I am aware that we are outside of our garrison here. I think that we would have to come upon a pretty tough enemy hero to really scare me out of wanting to go back home. I think that most enemies, unless they are just incredible, we won't have any problem dealing with. Looks like I'm glad that Clancy didn't go south here. There's nothing really hidden in the tree line here. Ari is doing a good job of scouting. That's going to save me some time. Hourglass of Evil. I don't think I actually really want that or need that this time. Let's just go get our ore. And let's do even better. I think actually that this grouping is fine. I think I'm going to end up striking 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that feels pretty good. And I don't think that we're going to take any other damage here. Should I just cast the one magic arrow? Yeah, I think I'm going to stay in the Garrison overnight anyway. +2 ore per day. All my goals are being met. No problems. Now, the City Hall does need the blacksmith, and we've talked about getting that strong economic start, and I don't think that this gold mine is actually going to stop us from doing that. These Thunderbirds, I mean, Thunderbirds are fast, Thunderbirds are tough. I am going to split 2 single Centaur stacks off to the bottom, just to make sure that I don't have any major problems. Even so, we're not going to have problems. I shouldn't say it like that. We're not going to have problems. It's like, buddy, there's problems. Don't tell me there's not problems. I think that we're just going to handle this pretty well. Before we take any other damage from any of these other troops, we're going to attack, and we're going to consider, do we attack? 43 to 65 damage. It's a good bet that we are going to kill this one Thunderbird. The problem is I don't have much as far as spells that can damage all these creatures at the same time. I think I'm more likely to accidentally hurt myself with the chain lightning if I do things like that. Otherwise, 2 Centaurs lost. Feels pretty good. Oh no. We were hasty. 3 Centaurs lost. But for the sulfur, it's pretty okay. Right now, these early scenarios where you have this overwhelming force, it feels like the very best thing you can do is be efficient with your time. Attack the enemy, kill the enemy, and then never, ever, ever come back. We're going to split off, again, 2 Centaurs here. Dragonflies are so fast, they're going to attack us. We can't stop it. We got to come up this road later anyway for some other stuff. Let's head up the road this way. I don't think I need the Den of Thieves this time. Gem Pond, I definitely want that. Equestrian Gloves, you got to have that. Got to have the Equestrian Gloves. Do I care about the gems right now? Do I clear in this direction? I think so. I think so. Let's do that. Gem wants to run. Of course she does. Do you want to retreat? No. Do I want to accept this result? No. Okay. And thankfully, only the Sultans can actually get all the way down the battlefield. Everybody else is going to have to be just a little bit slower. I think that the Chain Lightning here is going to be the best thing just to prevent damage. Hold on. 13 speed, cut in half. I think that my 7 speed Wood Elves and Centaurs are going to get to go first. So for that reason, we will cast the slow now. And then next turn, we will actually cast the other spells necessary. I don't want to take damage here. We're going to back all the way off. And here. And I don't think I care about this first A10 taking any damage. We do get to go first. And that Chain Lightning is going to hopefully just go bam, 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 bam. And I don't think we're going to take any losses. Okay, we do lose 1 Centaur. That's just kind of the price of doing business. That is one of my favorite phrases when I'm playing Heroes of Might and Magic 3, by the way. I do try and be aware of what I'm saying, and you will find Fix Fox getting lost in the sense that I will say the same thing again and again. I'll have these favorite phrases, and that's one of the ones that I hear myself say every single scenario. That's the price of doing business. It's just, there's some cost in war, and you can't avoid it. Searching a ruin, you are amazed to find a piece of the Statue of Legion. You carefully dust it off before placing it in your pack. This is actually nifty. 5th level creatures, that's going to be our... Unicorns are our 6th. This is our Dendroids? I think this is our Dendroids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I like Dendroids. I'm happy to get that artifact back to our main castle. I don't know if I can get there this week, though. Pack of Monks. This fight... Let's just do this. It's going to say that we lose. We're going to know better. Wow, it says that we win. Again, attack and defense, pretty good. I think that because these are ranged creatures, we just blitz them. We'll wait and wait and wait. Try to keep these elves alive before we go down the battlefield. Oh, that feels nice. And that's fight's over. So 1 Centaur lost, much better. Clancy is still going to do what we talked about, I think. 33 spell points. I could actually use Clancy to take out this Garrison. I'm pretty sure. It depends on how many Bone Dragons there are, but I feel pretty darn confident that he could actually fight that fight. Even now. Even right this very second, I think he could fight that fight. 100 imps, not a problem. Let's do better. We will cast the slow. I think that I can kill 1 whole stack of these imps. I can. And I'm not going to need to cast the Earth Elemental in this case. It's just a little bit of overkill. I say a little bit, I actually should say a lot of it. But I have no qualms about trying to overwhelm the enemy. I've talked in previous scenarios, especially for like Heroes of Might and Magic 2, about how I really try not to cheese fights. I try not to use game mechanics to really just defeat the enemy when maybe I have no business fighting that fight. This is different. This is so much different. Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is all about knowing the enemy and knowing how to defeat them better than anybody else. I don't feel bad at all about taking the enemy for a walk. Just taking them for a walk, showing them how it's done. Because clearing the map early is going to provide you those opportunities that you're going to want and need later anyway. So, let's see actually if I can get these Arms of the Legion right now. Again, Aerie just being a scout. Should I spend the time to go to the stables? No, it's day 6. I don't think that's going to be nearly as useful for me. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be nearly as useful for me. Let's fight this fight now. And more than casting the slow, I think I just need the Chain Lightning here. These Greater Basilisks are pretty darn fast. They're not that fast. So, 2 turns down the battlefield, there's 1. This guy might kill this one Centaur. I say might. Unless I cast a Fireball. And Gem still has 91 spell points left. Aerie's going to grab this Arms of the Legion. I don't think we're going to get our Dendroids on week 1, though. A brief stop at an improbable rural inn yields an exchange of money, tails, and accidentally luggage. You find a magical pair of gloves in your new backpack, equestrian gloves. I suppose I could have moved those 15 Centaurs over. I also suppose that it doesn't really matter. Let's split our troops up, make sure that we're not going to take multiple damage from these. Power Lich's Cloud. Attack ability. Do we want to apply these battle results? No. Do we want to cast Destroy Undead? Yeah, we do. 510 experience, no problem. Seer's Hut. I am a seer. I have foreseen that you will need the Sandals of the Saint. I have a pair I am willing to give you in return for 25 ghost dragons. She laughs when you grit your teeth. You'll be back. Okay, and this is where I messed up in the previous scenario. I said, oh, I think that I'm going to need 25 bone dragons or 25 ghost dragons. This is the scenario. I was wrong. I picked the wrong scenario. It's going to be this one where ghost dragons are going to be important to accrue. And this is interesting in this sense. A pack of ghost dragons. What are you guys guarding? What are you guarding? A pack. I can beat them. I'll take some losses. Hopefully I can get the slow off before they actually come down the battlefield. It's tough. I don't really know all the time what I can or should expect from the enemy in that regard. Like, I just don't know what determines whether or not they are in one huge single stack or what will cause them to be in multiple stacks, and whether or not they will wait on that first turn or not. But I think that we should be able to win this fight with some spells. So long as they don't wipe me in this first turn, which it looks like they cannot. At least I hope that they cannot. Yeah, they cannot. Okay, so you can't wipe me in turn 1. We got 400 hit points right here to deal with. How much damage does my Destroy All Undead do? Not enough. And so for that reason, we're going to slow first. And then next turn, we're going to cast the Chain Lightning. How fast are you guys? You guys are pretty fast, but you're slow to 7 speed. I should get the first round here if I just run away. 5 Wood Elves go down. And then, is Destroy Undead better here? No, I don't think so. 7 speed, 7 speed. You're going to be able to get me in the corner there. I'm going to have to get to like right here. Let's actually cast the haste. And then just run to right here. And then none of the enemies should be able to reach me. And even if they can, I should be able to escape. This looks prime for a meteor shower right here. That's going to be 3 potentially dead. How much damage does my meteor shower do? 300 points of damage. Let's kill 3. Oh, somehow I didn't even kill... Oh, that was a stack of 2. But well, you are going to reach me here in this corner. This one is going to reach me in the corner. But with 7 left, I should still survive. Yep, I'll still survive. This actually is not going as well as I would have hoped. Fix Fox, this isn't going as well as you would have hoped? Yeah, correct. It's not going as well. I gotta focus on this stack of Ghost Dragons here, because they're the only ones that can reach me this upcoming turn. I need to do about 400 points of damage. What do I got? That's not gonna do it. I can Chain Lightning here and then just hope I don't take the damage. I take a little bit of damage. 2 elves left. Okay, so you have to win this fight. If I'm really worried, I can always just summon an elemental. Oh, I had Implosion. That would have worked, actually. That would have been way better, actually. Okay. 200 points of damage here. I gotta do 200 points of damage. Here. Here. And still we run. 174. I can just run back. They're officially stuck. 29 spell points left. And this was actually, as far as losses go, fairly costly. And there was the possibility that the enemy, you know, I was going to run out of spell points. They were going to get to go first, and then they were going to ruin my day. That was not lost upon me. 74 hit points left. Yeah, okay. So it was really costly, and the strategy of slowing and hasting and casting those spells just to, you know, make the enemy suffer, that didn't go ideal, but these losses I think are acceptable. Not great. I really wish I could have not lost the elves. I probably could have resurrected at the end. No, my spell points were getting pretty low. Yeah, I actually think I ran out of spell points there at the end, because I end up with 13. That would have been 1 resurrect, huh? No, we were just shy. That's unfortunate. But what are these guys guarding? Dragon Cliffs. I can't take Dragon Cliffs. I can't do that. I want to so bad. I can't do it. It can't be done. Not with 13 spell points. You would need at least Expert Summon Earth Elemental. How many dragons is that? 3? Yeah, it goes 9, 6, and 3. Tell you what, with a couple more troops though? Well, is there any kind of magic well around here? No, there's not. I think we're going to have to just admit defeat, and we're not going to be able to get our some dragons this first go around. And I say our dragons, those are our dragons. We just have to get them, and I can't get that, not with 14 spell points. No way. No chance, no way. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to go back because all of our heroes are just too low on spell points. Clancy's full, but he's 3 days away. It's not a matter of troops, it's a matter of spell points. So, might as well have Gem head all the way back. Here and here. Where else do I need to go? I do want to go through this garrison here. I think the Clancy's going to do that right now. It would be even better if I had more creatures to help with this. This is the question. Citadel or Dendroid Arches? I think that you get the Dendroid Arches because you don't even have the Dwarf Cottage. You don't have the Enchanted Spring. So we're going to get the Dendroid Arches, and then we could potentially use those Arms of the Legion that are being carried right here. It's got to be Clancy, though. Does Clancy want to waste time? Clancy will waste the time. And he's just going to... Hold on. He's just going to sit right here. Put the slow dwarves out. And then we're just going to wait here overnight. Not ideal, but it'll work. Rally flag. We're going to grab the rally flag just for the stats there. And we're going to be ready to grab elves and then grab the stables on another day. That seems like a good plan. So overall, this will work. And logistically, I think that the choice between having 3 heroes right now and 4 is no question. I think that we've kind of cleared out this starting area. As soon as we bust out of containment going this way or this way, I think that that's going to change things drastically. Here's a question for you. I definitely think I have enough spell points to kill dragonflies. These look like liches again. For the liches, we would want the Destroy Undead spell. I don't think we have enough spell points to fight both of these fights. We're unfortunately going to have to come back. Those Ghost Dragons taking that fight was actually, I think, a mistake. I think that was a big mistake. We can come back, though, to pick up the Crypt, the Dragons, and all this other stuff next turn, and it will be Gem. And Clancy's going to push through this garrison here. Fix Fox, are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. I know for sure we can do that. And so we shall. We have our full spell points. Probably want to start looking at getting the capital. So let's push in that direction. More so than upgrading any of these troops. I think so. I do think so. I'll keep the elves. I'll keep the centaurs. Actually, I think I could beat this fight with just centaurs. If it's bone dragons, and it is, it's bone dragons and not ghost dragons. The important thing with this fight is this, the cursed ground. Cursed ground makes it so only first level spells are active. And so what's this fight going to look like? Well, we're going to do the exact same thing that we did with Gem. And we're going to do our hastes. We're going to do magic arrows. We're going to do slows. That should be enough to overwhelm the enemy with 90 spell points. Yeah, I don't think the enemy has any way that they can stop us. Truly, I do not. So we're going to fight this fight. Oh no, we lose. Clancy wants to run. He doesn't even get the chance to run. That's funny how that works. Okay, apply these results? No. All these enemies take a skip. We are going to slow, and then we're going to wait. And I think that the best thing I could do is actually kind of go here to the bottom-ish, because I want the enemies to be on a string. We want to kite them. When I say kite them, it's keeping them on the string where they follow us, and then we run away. And so if I was here in the very center, they all kind of come across the battlefield, and then it's harder for me to get away from them, get around them. This instance, it's not going to be nearly so much of a problem. We're going to magic arrow now. I want to layer my hastes and my slows differently. I want them to be off kilter by one spell, because they're going to last for 8 turns each. I want to wait on the way that the spells expire. And as you can see right here, yeah, Ghost Dragons, they were 7 speed. Bone Dragons, they're only going to be 4 speed once slowed. And so I can just move to right here, but I'm going to try and go to here. So that way the enemies will follow me in a better way. I'm going to wait. And we are just playing this game of distance. They can almost reach me. Now we are going to haste. And we're going to start running all the way to the top here. Yeah, all the way to the top. Okay. And I already mentioned this, but I'm going to say it again. We are trying to kill one whole stack of creatures at a time. That'll actually give me additional flexibility. The way that the enemy should fight this fight is one bone dragon should be here, one stack here, and then one stack here. And then wherever I go, I can always be attacked by them at some point, in some way. Of course, the enemy's not going to do that. They're just going to follow me. But that's how they should do it. That's how they could do it if they were smart about it. And by killing one whole stack of bone dragons at a time, I'm going to even take away that possibility from them. Okay. And then here. And how many hit points left? 120? Yeah, so a magic arrow is not wasted. In fact, it might get down to the point where I have only 3 stacks of 10 hit points left, and then I attack. We'll see. We'll see. But this is one of those things where I'm going to have to keep track of when their slow expires. What turn are we on right now? Round 6 begins. We cast the slow in round 1, so in 2 more turns. We're going to reapply the slow next turn, not this turn. Keeping them on the string. Because they are undead, that's the start of round 7. Just be careful. Just be safe. Let's cast the slow now so I don't mess this up. Because if you lose track and then the enemy just beats you because of your negligence, no one is going to feel bad for you at all. I wouldn't feel bad for myself. It's like, buddy, you had one job to do, and that job mostly entailed avoiding damage and fighting the fight smart. And you didn't fight the fight smart, even though, of course, anyone can see that this is going to be a victory for us if we just stick to the strat. So if you lose because of your own negligence and you weren't keeping track, that sucks, but that's on you. We're about to lose our haste. I don't think that actually matters too much. I think that'll be fine. Magic arrow. Yeah, and so these 2 single stacks of bone dragons are easily killable. very easily killable. I wish there was a way I could attack and then still run, but right now we're still going to stick with the strat. Go to right here. And now the magic arrows are going to rain down on these bone dragons. 43 spell points left. We might have to cast one more slow. We will see. Okay. But even by the time that the slow expires, we're still going to have enough centaurs that we shouldn't have to worry about the enemy fighting us. We can take a hit in this case. We're not fighting this fight with one centaur. Just because we could doesn't mean we should. So. Just because we could doesn't mean we should. This may not be exciting. This may be kind of boring. But how many times do you get to see 47 centaurs defeat, what, 9 bone dragons? It's not a usual thing. This is something of a fun little moment. Aha! Okay. 18, 4, 21 centaurs left. And there, I lost track, and now that was a problem. So, but at least we didn't actually lose. We're going to get to go twice in a row, 1 and 2. We're going to go all the way to the corner here, I think. Here. Yeah. Okay, whoop. And there you can see that no one should feel bad for me. I said it before, and I'll say it again. Nobody should feel bad for me. Oh no, Fix Fox, he lost count. Yeah, you had a BS strategy and you lost count, and somebody should feel bad for you? I think not. Okay. And now we are going to... I'm just going to take the damage. I could absolutely wait on this fight, but I can kill one bone dragon here, and I'll kill the other one on the retaliation. It's going to cost me 6 more centaurs. 32 centaurs total, but we are through this barrier with an epic victory. 1,800 experience at the cost of 32 centaurs. That's not too bad. Just so I have somebody in this garrison, I'm just going to leave these guys right here. And then I don't think I actually explore. Number 1, I need spell points. And number 2, I don't feel comfortable about an enemy pushing into me. Here, I don't know if this is a road that goes out. I'm guessing this actually just goes probably just to this one alchemist lab, like this road led to this one sulfur dune. I'm guessing. But I'm guessing this way and this way are actually bad. So we're going to keep an eye on that and try and prevent any major problems. We have visited the stables with Gem, so this is going to be a big waste of her movement points. But it must be done. She's got to stay here. And then do I grab this Hourglass of Evil with Aerie? No, I think that we're just going to grab this Centaur stables. And now funny enough, I've got 2 heroes that need to stay here overnight. Yeah, we're going to let them. We'll stay here overnight. Just camping out, saying hi, being friendly. And again, we're pushing for the capital here now. It's going to be more turns than I care to think about, but we're going to get it. I should probably get Dendroids for Gem's army more than anything. I think that army is going to be better than any alternative. Centaurs here. Let's be ready to hand these off. I really want to push out, but I'm so scared because, again, the enemy could be anywhere. Let's actually have Gem poke her little head out and cast View Earth. Okay, so we know that there's red here. It looks like that's pink right here. Because we see pink, and pink has picked up these. It looks like there's much to be done over here if we can get through this green barrier. I was correct. This just ends in this Mercury, this Alchemist Lab. So we've got to get the green tent. I don't know where the green tent is. Orange, it looks like, is kind of down here. Red's over here. And if I remember right, pink is right here. And you go through the garrison, and then pink can always destroy you if you're not careful. But we got to get this green barrier to go this way. Unless maybe you go all the way around. Maybe you go through pink. It's very important to me to get those dragons. Maybe Clancy defeats the dragons because he's going to be better with the expert offense and the resistance anyway. And he'll still have some good spells. Maybe we do that. With 90 spell points, we just have to kill 3 dragons. That's all you got to do. And then Gem can take the bulk of the army and she can wage war against pink. I don't think pink is going to be so tough that we're just overwhelmed. So yeah, that's my strategy right now. I kind of wish I didn't get the castle last time just because I'm going to need that gold to purchase troops now. Let's get these dendroids first. Elves second. And then that's going to be all that we have at the moment. There's going to be 14 more centaurs here for Clancy. Make sure Clancy has enough to defeat the enemy here. Clancy's going to end up casting a couple of his summon elementals. And so for that reason, I want him to have 4 stacks of 4 on these dendroids, I think. Yeah, I think that's going to be best. Because then one of them is going to root the enemy, and then the elementals will take the brunt of the damage. In fact, I think I can give all the centaurs over like this. And so then Jem can have the stronger army, but Clancy with his 14 centaurs he's going to pick up from Aerie, that should be enough for him. Okay, and I'm going to let him keep the artifacts and such. Centaurs go over. Dragons first, and then if we got time, Crypt, and we'll definitely pick up these troops over here. Okay, that should be enough. Should be fine. And then, again, final troops. This is it. I think that Aerie might be able to hop in to the castle and maybe ferry troops over to the front in a minute. But let's get down this road. Not stopping for anything. Let's do some shock and awe. Let's surprise the enemy. They could surprise me, but I think that I'm going to surprise them more than they'll surprise me. Because Gem is just that tough. Let's make sure that we do have splits. Single stacks are going to be important from here on out. But we do, remember, have things like the Expert Resurrection. We do have things like additional troops. I mean, 900 damage from Implosion. Oh my gosh. So we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. I say that, and then I immediately start to worry. Okay, the enemy has for sure seen us. Let's travel down this road. Let's get this castle. Blight. Let's get the Castle of Blight. Yeah, they shouldn't have any business fighting us here. No losses. Wow. We didn't even take any losses from the castle, from the garrison. Do I have... I better not have auto spellcasting on. I don't think I should. No, we just straight up win that fight with no problems. Interesting. Okay. Wow, throng of peasants. We actually want to take this out as soon as we can. I don't want the enemy to get a throng of peasants. Now, do I stop in here? I think first things first, I think you always get the cover of darkness, if you can. I don't plan on ever seceding this town. Excuse me, ceding this town. And so it won't hurt my feelings to just kind of press on from here. And nothing hits the spot quite like my famous baked Erathian eel. No? Well, how about some Pegasus pot pie? Those poor Pegasi. Pink, we're looking for Psy. 4 attack, 5 defense, 7 power, 8 knowledge. Last in gold, last in towns heroes, last in wooden ore. That should be fine. We can deal with that. I do want to purchase another hero. We are 500 gold short. I do want to pick up more stuff here. I think that the capital is going to be my next big purchase, but I do want enough gold to get one more hero. Should I go out of my way to get this crypt first? Sure, it'll get me the gold I need to do other stuff. Do I want to retreat? No. We mostly win this fight, even just with the troops that we have. I think, let's see, where is my Destroy Undead? This will do 90 points of damage. That's probably the best I have. It'll kill lots of vampires, lots of whites, lots of these troops. Let's just cast the Destroy Undead. 20 magic points for the Earth Elemental. I think that with 1 Destroy Undead, I can then clean this fight up from there. Let's do that. Let's see, I might take damage here. No, I don't. And I'm not planning on losing a single troop, to be quite honest. The centaurs are going to attack the vampires in 1 second. All my dendroids can focus in on this white. And they'll back off. Yeah, this is just an exercise in conserving spell points and troops. Because from here on out, I mean, there's 1 centaur down, I think. But otherwise, I don't think that even the Walking Dead will give me too much pause. Should I cast the 1 magic arrow? I will. That'll take me down to 74 spell points. That should be fine. 48, 38, 55. These two dendroids should engage with Walking Dead. Let's go here. And here. Yeah, no problem. Okay, and I'm going to hit Q at this point. Well, I'm going to wait, and I'm going to hit Q. Because from here on out, the dendroids will engage, and then everybody else will. Still Eye of the Dragon. That's going to be +1 to our luck and morale, plus 2,500 gold. That's that hero that we were hoping for anyway. Let's grab the stables, and we'll swing through and fight these fights. Okay, so we talked about getting another hero. That's why we did what we just did there. And actually, look at these troops. These troops are just as many or more than what Jim had anyway. That feels pretty nice. So, all of a sudden, Jem hires one enemy or one hero, and then she increases her ability by a lot. We're going to take just one step out of the way. Thorgrim is going to explore up this road over here. Okay, and there's our guy. There's Zai. Yeah, and these throngs of peasants are tactically put here to help the enemy get lots of skeletons. And the whole reason why these are here is just so these necromancers can pick up a ton of these skeletons. I think that we sit here in this castle. I think that Zai is probably going to go up the road and defeat Thorgrim. But since I can't reach here right now, Thorgrim's dead no matter what I do. And then we don't lose the castle, because fighting the enemy in the castle is always going to be tougher. And then as soon as Zai leaves and wherever he goes, we will get him this upcoming turn. That sounds excellent to me. Now, do I need another hero up here with Clancy? Probably not, but I do think that it's probably a good idea to have another hero down here to help me explore to the south. So, Ares going to do wonders there. And with 2,000 gold left, how far are we away from getting our capital? That's going to be 2 turns. If we purchase nothing for 2 turns, we get the capital. Is that better or worse than getting things like unicorns, dwarves? There still may be some other things that we find here, but for now, we're going to just zero in on that capital. Yep, Thorgrim goes down. Couldn't help it. And that's actually really sad to see that the peasants go down and get turned into skeletons. I am in my 61st year as a sorceress. Over time, you learn to protect yourself and your troops from ill magic. Every morning as the sun rises, I spend a few minutes scrying my troops for malignant magics. This morning, I discovered half my troops had been affected with a spell. It looked like a variation on a necromancer spell I saw 5 years ago called Black Grip. The spell rots its victims from the inside out. Fortunately, I was able to remove the spell before we broke camp. 61 years, by the way. Does she look like she's 61? The answer is no. And I think that that's actually a point in Heroes of Might and Magic 4, where after the events of Heroes of Might and Magic 3, the magic that Jem uses to keep herself young dissipates, and now she starts to age normally, and she's very sad about that. She's not in a campaign anywhere, but it's just interesting that we see that already, and we see that again for Jem being a bit of a point of her psyche where, oh yeah, she's all these things, but she's also a little bit vain. Wonderful hero, wonderful general, and yet she becomes very vain. I think that we attack dragons first and then we head out. I don't think that it's worth it to get the rally flag and then go. +1 luck and morale. No, I don't think that that's going to help us in this fight. That's not going to be enough to really move the needle. And then this fight, I don't love it, but we're going to take it. They picked up a lot of skeletons here. But we have to take the enemy now. She wants to run. Jem feels that the odds are overwhelming. Do I wish to retreat? No. Yeah. Everybody, pour out a drink for your favorite sorceress. No, I'm just kidding. Let's just win. Okay, 23 elves goes down 22, down to 20. It looks like these splits of necromancers, these liches are not too bad for us. This actually looks like we have a choice. Do you want to cast your Chain Lightning and kill all these creatures, potentially? Or do you want to cast the Destroy Undead and get all these other single stacks? Will it destroy all of the whites? That's going to be, let's see, 100 and something. I'm not going to be able to kill all the whites with that one single spell. If I cast the Chain Lightning, the Ballista is going to take some of that damage. I think that we're actually best off to cast the Chain Lightning right here. And then I might have the tail end of damage go onto this Ballista. Yeah, okay, so we lost some of the damage to the ballista, but that's okay. We will try and take out the liches from afar. Let's focus on these hellhounds where we can. Single stacks, let's actually try to preserve them a little bit. I can already tell you I've made a mistake. I grouped up my troops. I'm officially worried about taking one big bit of damage from these liches. We'll group like this. Ouch. Yeah, 3 centaurs go down, 1 more centaur goes down. And then the last spell to cast. I don't want the enemy to run, but then again they won't, because we've already taken their castle. I don't think that they have another castle here for pink, so it doesn't matter. We are going to kill these liches for sure. Let's prioritize our damage elsewhere. 1 lightning bolt's going to do wonders. Yeah, I don't think that the enemy will run, because it would be nonsensical for them to run. You will find in Heroes of Might Magic 2, the F Heroes 2 edition, you'll find that the enemy will run even if their final castle, even if they don't have a final castle. You know, like, what's the point of retreating if you don't have anywhere to retreat to or get rehired? But it's one of the things that they've done just to make it so that there's a challenge in keeping the enemy from running. In this case, the enemy's not going to run in Heroes 3 because the AI isn't programmed to do that. So Charm of Mana, +1 to our mana per day, and pink has been vanquished. That's excellent. That's super good. And I do need to probably hire another hero as soon as I can anyway, just so I can do some more scouting. Is there something up here? Tomb of Souls. I don't think I really need that at the moment. But it will be good to pick up Tomb of Souls, Graveyard, Cursed Temple, things like that, because I think that these Necromancy troops actually might play into our strategy a little bit. It's always going to be nice to have additional troops, no matter what we do. This Ring of Life, I do want that. Let's do that now. A group of fire elementals with a desire for greater glory wish to join you. Do you accept? I do. 22 into my army. That is a huge pickup. Capital, we should be able to get this next turn. That does mean that we also have an extra 1,000 gold because we're getting 1,000 gold here from our Castle of Light. With that, I am going to pick up the Dwarven Cottage. And then before I do anything else, how does my math... Wait. Stop. How did my math get so off? That's not funny at all. Huh. Okay, well, I feel sheepish, and I'm sorry. And yeah, I've made a mistake, and yeah, I will do better. So sad. Throng of peasants in multiple instances. I think that we should probably try and get a necromancy hero. I don't think you can, actually. I think that the campaigns are set so that you cannot get necromancy heroes in this campaign. I think, actually, now that I think about it. And that's sad, because those throngs of peasants, I just need to take them out so some other necromancer doesn't get them. That's so sad. While pausing to rest, you notice a bobcat climbing a short tree to get at a crow's nest. On impulse, you climb the tree yourself and scare off the cat. When you look in the nest, you find a collection of shiny stones and a ring. +1 is actually pretty big. It's really big for skeletons. It's really big for a necromancer, but for me, it's still going to be super useful. Do I clear in this direction? I think so. We're still short on mercury. We don't have any mercury coming in. We don't have any crystal coming in, actually. That's really the worst thing about all this. I need to find... Hold on. Where's my crystal? Looking for a crystal mine. Looking for a crystal mine. It's over here. We've got to get over here as soon as we can. But there's a border guard here and here. Where are these tents? Oh, here it is. Light blue. Light blue. That's where it is. So Clancy is going to be pulling triple duty, because there's so much to do here. I wish I had more heroes, but I think that 2 good heroes is best at this point. And we've already destroyed pink, and it's the end of week 2, so we're fine. Do we want to fight the guards? Yeah. Do we want to retreat? No. Do we want to fight this fight again? Absolutely we do. Yeah. And really all it's going to be is going to be this one Earth Elemental summoned. Everybody else should more or less just defend. Yeah, you can't stop them, so let's just defend. We're going to pull the Earth Elementals here to kind of like the middle, and we're going to move everybody up. Don't sit right on top of each other because of the double hex attack, but then wherever the dragons go, then the Earth Elementals are sure to follow. So we did lose our big sack of Centaurs. I don't know what goes into that, by the way. I don't know what goes into that decision making where the AI focuses on Centaurs more than these Earth Elementals. Wow, because you'd think that the Earth Elementals would actually be the bigger thing to worry about. But no, you're fighting these single stacks. The enemy's not trying to win right now. They're just trying to kill my actual troops. That's weird. Huh. Okay, so 14 Centaurs. Those Centaurs were free, though. Would I like to recruit Green Dragons? Yes, I would, but I have to wait. Because I've got to get my capital now. Otherwise, I look so silly. Is there any amount of gold anywhere, please? Imp Cash? Something tells me that's already been picked up. Oh, let's give it a try, though. Oh, there's crystal right here. That's big. Okay, let's hope. It's deserted. That's so sad. Okay, and we do have a green border guard here. We're going to wait on that. Okay, I guess it doesn't really matter. Do I have a marketplace here? I do. So I'm trading at not too terrible of a clip. Do I need sulfur? What do you need sulfur for? Dragon Vault, sure. Nothing else. Maybe the upgraded mausoleum. Sulfur is probably not going to be that useful until we get a desire to get some Mage Guild levels up. But then again, we've already done that. That was what we did in the previous scenario. We spent all of our resources in the previous scenario to get Mage Guild levels. We don't actually need sulfur. We don't actually need Mage Guilds. And so for that reason, I'm going to do this massive trade. Massive, huge, exciting, fantastic. And pick up the capital now. That's going to be an investment. It's going to be costly, but that's what we're going to do. And then that just means that Clancy needs to wait for one more day so we can recoup some additional spell points or some additional gold. Otherwise, on to a new day. We do see red right here. This green border guard, I think that if I remember right, we need to be very careful. We only need to go through this at the appropriate time. Sooner rather than later, maybe? Maybe later rather than sooner. We are at our strongest with our spells, right? When are we the best? We are the best when we have spells. When is the enemy the best? The longer we let them grow. So, it stands to reason that we actually should probably rush into the enemy faster than just wait. Like, building up is not bad, but I think that they're going to build up better than we will anyway. Let's take a quick look here. Number of towns. I mean, we are tied right now with green, or with red. We are green, tied with red. So maybe not. I mean, maybe we're doing okay. I don't know. I'd really like to just get into this area, because I got a feeling that there's at least one more castle that we can borrow troops from. I say borrow as if, I don't know, as if it's a small thing. I'm in a weird spot here. Day 7, but I got full movement points. I want to pick up one more dragon. I can have another hero come back and pick up dragons. Aerie can come back and pick up dragons, can't he? Yeah, Aerie can come back and pick up dragons. I need to get this so I can get this. Yeah. We can't spend the day to wait. We've got to go. And I'm not coming back here. I'm not coming back. We're going to get the rally flag, clear all this out, and then go. And that'll actually let us get the stables. So there's some good forward movement. It's just a little bit herky-jerky. It's just a little bit less than ideal. I will pick up the dendroid saplings. No. Anything else here to purchase? How about here? I think that we do want to get the Hall of Darkness if we can. We're still too far away from that. We'll pick that up next week. Let's just pick up the dendroid saplings, because I do see another gold mine here. That's going to be pretty useful. We're gonna have gold in just a minute if we can be smart about this. These dragonflies are not a problem at all. Now that we've got one single green dragon, we're doing just fine. I'm not going to get this learning stone. There's no point. I think that we're going to end up killing so many enemies worth of experience that it's not going to matter. Harry should go get this dragon. This is what he's for, though. Picking up the Tomb of Souls. Even if we're not going to get troops right now, it's still good to have. And then, yeah, I want to get this. I want to get this so bad. Should I just clear out these peasants right now? Is there a better use of my time? Basilisks for the +1 to the Mercury. That's absolutely worth my time. Let's do that. I'm not going to accept those losses. I can't do it. Can't do it. What about one single lightning bolt? Defend, and then we just hit Q. That's much better. Okay. Yeah, +1 mercury per day, not bad. I wonder where this green border guard is. I see just this light blue Keymaster's tent. I don't see any other tent at this time. Huh. Okay. Well, we are 3 days away from this. I think that Clancy can get here in 2 more days. So we're gonna just head back now with Jim. Resource silo could be good to get this. I think that that's actually an investment. You're converting gold and ore into more crystal. I think that that's probably the best thing for you. Should get this citadel pretty soon. I mean the city hall. I should get the city hall pretty soon. I'm gonna get the citadel now though. Whoop. Whoop. I wish I could see you. I wish I could have right-clicked on them to see who that was, because that's very, very important. If the enemy has lots of troops, I need to know. And if they have no troops, then I need Jem to go and fight right now. And I'm just not knowing is the worst, because they're so close. They're so close. But I can't actually see them. That's an opportunity that I wish we had, but we just don't have that opportunity. I'm going to accept the 1 elf. Mystical Orb of Mana plus for the +3 spell points per day, plus 2,500 gold. Not bad, actually. We are not far away from the Wizard's Well for the 2nd time in this campaign. Wizard's Well being the artifact that allows you to recoup all your spell points every single day. Every single day. Okay, Aria's heading up. He's going to pick up elves and dwarves and gold with plenty of time to go. Unicorn Glade, what do we need? The Enchanted Spring? Yeah, we're still 1 more day away from that. And then as far as here, Hall of Darkness. Let's get the City Hall now, and then we'll make some other decisions in a moment. We're just playing Castle Simulator at this point. It's the new fun game from Hasbro. Simulate your castles and build up stuff and have a great time. I'm not convinced that Ari can get everywhere all at once. I think I'm going to make sure I go get the dragons and try to get the elves before I do anything else. Clancy's not going to have enough movement points, is he? We're going to be just shy of this tent. Maybe I can get there. Maybe I can get there. With 1 chain lightning, my fortunes change drastically. And actually, I think I'll probably cast the 1 more chain lightning just because the little aura that these centaurs have, or these unicorns have, that allows them to take reduced damage from spells, the aura of magic resistance, it's not nothing, it's something. We're gonna kill 2 unicorns when we attack. What? How did I mess this up? Okay, right here? Is this gonna kill 2? That's better. Jeez. Well, now I'm not gonna do it, just because I took the time already to fight. No! This 1 Dendroid is like, guys, a little bit of help. Little bit of help. There's 1 hit point worth of unicorn here. This guy's going to step up. He can take the hits because he's got full hit points. And yeah, at this point, man, forget you guys. I'm just not going to take any losses, and I'm not going to cast any more spells. I don't even care. I'm actually glad that the dragons didn't kill my own Dendroid there. Okay. Actually, and we can reach, just with the last little bit of our movement points. Yeah, 0 movement points left out of 1900. Clancy does get to the light blue border guard, and that means that Jem can just go. And I do think that this area is safe to go through. I think that it's the other border guard that's not safe to go through. So we're going to go. We're just going to travel up the road, see what we can find. Rampart Castle. Tremendous. Okay, pack of demons. I will split the fire elementals. These, I shouldn't take any losses. I shouldn't actually have to fight these fights. And then, does this have anything worth having? I shouldn't say anything worth having. Anything worth getting. Probably not. Level 1 Mage Guild. We could stop in. Do we need spell points? No. 216 out of 240. I think we get the Tavern, and we get the Town Hall. And that's just going to be an additional gold mine for me. And we do pick up, in this Tavern that we just purchased, I think that we're going to pick up another hero, because there's much to be explored here. Much to be explored. Genova, plus 350 gold per day. Not even a question if we're going to take her or not. It is said that a powerful venom of the Scorpicore could paralyze a golem, which is weird, because, of course, that's just weird. We're going to travel down the road, see what we have here. Wraiths, okay. Fountain of Youth gives us additional movement. More gold and this Boots of Speed. Gem is going to go probably here to here and fight in that general direction. That seems the best thing for me. One quick vision spell. Grand Elves are going to run. All these creatures are going to run. Wraiths will join us. Huh. And we're going to have some Necromancy troops here, so I think I'm going to go out of my way to pick those up. I do think so. I don't love it, but it'll work. For sure, let's get the Hall of Darkness. Because I don't think that we're going to get unicorns. Even if we get unicorns, I think that the Black Knights are just better. Well, let's just check real quick. I need the Enchanted Spring. Gotta get the Enchanted Spring. No question about that. We're 800 gold short for this Hall of Darkness, but this is pretty good. Let's just get the castle. Let's move forward, build something every turn. That'll still be good for us. And then any other things to get, I think I'm actually going to help Aerie out. Do I help Aerie out? Yes. No. I'll help him out by getting the Water Wheel and then the Centaurs. Okay. 3 more days. Yeah, we'll get there on day 7. Sweet. I'd love to get the Wraiths. We're gonna wait for 1 second. +5 sulfur. Let's see what's up here that we need to get. Lots of Magi. Okay. And another instance of the Cursed Ground. I think that's because the map designers just knew, look, your heroes are going to be so good, you should probably make sure that they don't just run roughshod over this entire area. I think that we're going to want one more hero. We're going to pick up these Wraiths, pull them into this army, and we're going to dish them off right here for another hero that's going to go south. Oh, and one of my favorite heroes. We called him Kyrie last time. We're going to call him Kier. By the way, it was Freeton was in the comment section in the previous video. Freeton is the hero that we were looking for the other dwarf's name. And who was that real quick? Let me just pull that up. Let me take just half a second so I can figure out who said that. When people take the time to comment, I want to make sure that I give you credit. When you give me something useful, I want to make sure that I'm talking to you and just give you credit for helping me be better. So looks like that person who mentioned that for you, Freeton, that was Staz. So thank you, Staz. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, you, Freeton, was the Dwarven speciality hero. Otherwise, Kyrie, you see, nobody gave me any indication how incorrect I was on his name. So, and that makes me think, I'm guessing that these are all names that we haven't actually heard in real life. One of the indications that someone is a well-read person is that they mispronounce things, because I know the word, I'm familiar with the word, I know what it means, but I've never heard it pronounced in my life. I wonder if a lot of these hero names are in that same way. It's like, yeah, I know who this hero is, but I've never actually heard their name before. And so that changes the way that we approach it. And maybe we haven't even thought about this as being the reality, except for now. Maybe this is the first time you're thinking about, like, oh yeah, maybe I don't know how to say all these names. And maybe you do. I don't know. Just interesting stuff to think about. Okay, Clancy's going to get this water wheel. And I do think I'm going to want Clancy to basically sit here on this water wheel. No, we can get the Centaurs. We're going to try and leave Elfwind on day 1 with Clancy with a full army. That's my plan. That is my plan. An extra 1,000 gold per day. This is going to be pretty important. Except if we lose these gentlemen here. I think I'm good just to do 1 lightning bolt. And then wait. We'll send everybody else up to the top. And focus on just one of these Minotaurs. And on. Okay, cool. 1 Centaur still goes down. I can't help it. It's so sad. Oh my gosh. Should I refight the fight just to save the 1 Centaur? No, I should not. But we will pick up the gold mine. And then I gotta get these Boots of Speed. This is gonna be such a good artifact. Such a good artifact. I think that splitting off the Centaurs is probably gonna be best. They're actually gonna be faster than the Fire Elementals because of their native terrain. But I think it's going to still come down to just chain lightnings and stuff like that. 15, and they do 3 stacks of 5. That's actually one of those tough splits, because then it's like, oh, I can't really chain lightning you, can I? And let's see, that's 150 hit points worth of creature there. And so you're probably best off maybe just hasting. No. Yeah, just do the damage from the lightning bolt. How about? Not ideal, not what I wanted to do, but it'll work. And then defend, go, defend, and down. Ouch. And that should be the final fight. So 1 elf and 4 centaurs. That's probably better than eating the tail end of my chain lightning damage. Boots of speed. Visiting a local wise man, you explain the intent of your journey. He reaches into a chest and withdraws a strange pair of boots, which he hands to you. So we're going to be so much faster. We're up to 2,400 movement points a day. And we have dwarves in the army. My word. Actually, now that I think about it, why do I have the dwarves in the army? I think that they're just here to slow me down, actually. Them and the dendroids. Like, they're not really going to actually be useful, are they? I don't think so. I think I need to take all these slow troops out. Just go super fast and utilize your speed bonuses. Yeah, that's probably the best thing for us, actually. Okay. There's a good time to be smart. Otherwise, where does this other hero go? I think that you're just going to follow Gem around. I think that's your whole job now for both of these heroes. Follow Gem around, provide logistical support, and go from there. I should probably kill throngs of peasants. Oh my gosh, I missed this gold mine. Oh my gosh. That's kind of a big deal. Okay, we're gonna go get these Cyclops Kings in just 1 second. Okay. Dragon Cliffs, we're still too far away, but I'm gonna pick up this level 2 Mage Guild now, because it's going to be useful later. It's going to be important. Pick up the Hall of Darkness now, and then we talked about the Town Hall. Somehow, we were able to make 3 major purchases in 3 separate towns right there. So we're doing great. On our gold, we emphasized the economy early on. It's paying off. I had a surprise visitor this morning, the old druid I had spoken to a while ago. Over breakfast, he asked me to think about becoming a druid. This is one of my favorite plot points, by the way, in all of Heroes of Might and Magic. I love the story here with Gem thinking about becoming a druid. I was stunned for a moment, but then I shook my head and told him I was a sorceress. The old druid calmly took another bite and told me, from what he knew, being a sorceress didn't necessarily prevent me from also being a druid. He left after breakfast, but before departing, he gave me a book that he said would help me understand what being a druid meant. He is leaving the pamphlet so that she can mull it over. He knows what he's doing. He's doing that on purpose. Okay. Let's see. Will these elves join me? We already said no, not once. And once again, they're not going to join us. 14 Pit Fiends. I think we'll clear here, here, and then just up. I don't love this. I really don't. It feels so messy in this clear. We should have been so much faster, but we'll take it. It is what it is. 14, 30. Let's kill 1 stack. Move everybody up. And then I think that the elves can just defeat these gentlemen here with 1 little poke from the centaurs. Okay. Back and forward. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Grand Elves, awed by the power of my forces. Do I want to fight them? No, I don't need the experience. I will attack the Dwarven Treasury. These losses look terrible, actually. My word. Let's just cast the slow. And then I'll just clear back to front. That'll save me some spell points. I mean, I've already talked about why it doesn't really matter if I save spell points or not. Oh, these dwarves didn't actually get slowed. Interesting. Oh. Can they reach me? No, they can't. Okay. We will wait. Oh, they can reach, though. 18 down to 17. We lose 1 elf there. I don't want to cast 25 spell points worth of elemental. I just don't. Do not. I don't really mind if I lose these fire elementals. I just don't want to lose Centaurs. I don't want to lose Fire Elementals. Or I don't want to lose Elves. Everybody else, though, it doesn't really matter to me. And these are the fights when I talk about... Okay, so this is a conversation that the Heroes of Might and Magic 3 only people might not love. But this is my honest and true feelings about Heroes of Might and Magic 3, is that it's a tremendous game, objectively the best game in the series, in the sense that it's got so much strategy, it's got so much good thematic elements, like it's the best, right? Heroes of Might and Magic 2 is still my favorite, but it's the best, objectively. Okay. One of the problems I have with it, though, especially when it comes to these campaigns, is the feeling of sameness. It feels like you end up doing the same thing over and over and over again. I'm casting the same mass slow, I'm casting the same mass bless, the mass haste, the whatever, every single time. I'm doing this, and sometimes, I don't want to say without thought, but it's objectively the best decision, and that's just what you do. That feels a little bit sad to me, because it kind of prevents there from being other opportunities that you could take, other opportunities that might work well for you. And again, it feels kind of samey. And then fighting all these fights again, where I'm fighting these just to make sure I don't lose 1 or 2 Centaurs, it feels pretty bad, because I'd love for the auto combat to just take care of this for me, and it can't, and that's fine. I've come to accept that. Everything else, though, we're just hoping for the best, trying to do the best we can, and it just feels bad. Feels bad. I think that we're gonna wait until turn 1. I think that with 4 Bone Dragons, these Cyclopes aren't going to be a problem, and it'll save me a lot of damage that I would otherwise take. Whoa, you're going the wrong way, Missy. What did you call her? Yeah, I called her Missy. Huh, okay. On we go. Lots of Magi. Magi shouldn't be a problem, even with only level 1 spells. Now, here's the thing. I think that this is one of those times where the mass haste is actually going to be better than anything else, because these 2 troops can get down the battlefield so much quicker. We're still going to take 1 full round of damage. I cannot resurrect anybody, but that's okay. I am going to try and kill this bottom stack as much as I can. We're going to wait. I probably actually should have sent the Fire Elementals across the battlefield, because they would have taken the damage. The enemies would have prioritized close troops rather than far away troops. Fire Elementals will stack in here. Centaurs will take the top. And then and then this should work out just fine from here. From here, the battle's over. And still you persist. Wow. That's a shame. Okay. So 3 Elves, 4 Centaurs, still better than the alternative. That tower we'll pick up in a second. There's got to be some goodies here. Fortune Keep. Oh, it's a castle. It's not just a town. This is just a town, but Fortune Keep is a full-on castle. Pack of Thunderbirds, we can beat them. We want to beat them. We shall beat them. Just like this. Okay. 21-1, we can do even better. But I think that Thunderbirds can get all the way across the battlefield, and that does feel pretty bad. Oh, they can almost get all across the battlefield. Oh, that feels better. I will just cast a Thunderbolt, I think. Or Lightning Bolt. Lightning Strike is their special ability, but Thunderbolt, Lightning Bolt, okay. $52 hit points. Let's see if we can kill this guy here. We'll take 1 more. Oh, it'll take all of them. My goodness. What a good troop. Really like these Thunderbirds. Okay, and from here, I think that 1 more Lightning Bolt and then just call it a day. Just go home. Okay, 7-1. Still better. And then this is actually absolutely free. It's undefended. That's fantastic. We still need the tavern so we can get it moving. If I could get the homestead now, I would. I'm actually short 1 wood. I will take the time to trade over for 1 wood. Little bit of a exercise in trying to figure out what's the very best thing I can do here, and getting an additional, what's that going to be, 8 elves? That's going to be awesome. I'm thrilled for that. Gem is probably going to stay here overnight. No, she's got too many movement points. We've still got 1,100 movement points. It looks like there's something over here. There's so many directions I could go. So many directions I could go. We're just gonna go this way. It looks like there's maybe ore. I don't actually think that's really useful for me right now. We're already this far. We might as well. Might as well. Okay, and everybody else has decided what they're gonna do. 8k gold left. Let's keep working towards this Mage Guild level. Actually, let's again focus on this crystal. Because if I can, I want to get enough crystal to get my dragons here in Elfwind next turn. And then I'm pretty close actually to getting multiple dragons in multiple places. Because once you get some dragons, hey, you might as well just get a couple more. 1,000 gold here. Clancy's going to sit. And next turn he's going to head out south. Dragon Cliffs, let's pick up one more. And then these elves. For our heroes here. Grabbing these bone dragons, a little bit of an investment, little spendy, but I think I'm gonna have the gold, and that's gonna help me take out these Cyclops Kings. I don't have a spell book. Should I get one? I think so. For 500 gold, a slow, a haste, a shield. I think that's a good idea. I don't think I need to split the wraiths. Let's see what the losses are. One bone dragon. I don't think I need to lose that. Let's not apply this. If it was just gonna be the wraiths, I'd be fine, but it's not. So I'm gonna be a little bit more careful. I don't actually know who the Cyclops are going to fight. This first guy is going to go, and then my Wraiths will go. Let's wait across the board. Looks like the Wraiths are going to take the damage. That's weird. Huh. Okay, for that, I'm actually going to Stone Skin just to see. Yeah, I guess I'm going to save some damage with the Stone Skin. Okay, all right. We'll do it. Everybody else is just going to fly across the battlefield. By the way, I love that as the bone dragons fly, their tails just kind of like a sea serpent behind them. Watch this on the animation. Actually, hold on. We're gonna slow this way down just for one turn. Look at it. Yeah, super cool. Always a pleasure to see these guys work. And then I am going to do the shield on this bone dragon that's going to take hits from 2 enemies. I actually don't know if the Cyclops Kings are going to pull off to fight the Wraiths or not. They do. They go after the Wraiths. That's incredible. Huh. I would not have guessed. Would not have guessed. Goodness gracious. Okay. Well, that was a misplaced shield then, I suppose. But Wraiths, fine. Take them. I don't care about losing them at all. Bone Dragons? Yeah. Not going to lose a Bone Dragon. I refuse to lose a Bone Dragon. Oh no, my Centaur! I'm going to hit Q. Battle's over. 12 and 1. That seems much better. Might as well take Archery for the level 5 Ranger. Why not? Swarm of Peasants. Swarm of Peasants. At this point, you guys are just extra experience for some hero. Just not some hero I care about. We actually need to go this way. I do want to pick up this graveyard at some point. But we got stuff to pick up. Okay. And then rather than hire another hero just to help gem clear up here, I think that we've got enough heroes on the board. We just need to get them where they need to go. Ouch. 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 No losses. I don't really know what I'm looking for up here, by the way. Like, what would I want? Unicorn Glade is actually really good. We do actually have unicorns here. Yeah, because we're getting close to our Dragon Cliffs. It's actually really nice to have these Unicorn Glades, because that's actually a lot of extra troops. It stacks up pretty quickly over time. I should just be able to do one Lightning Bolt here, unless these guys get good morale. They don't. Oh. I forget the unicorns are tough. 90 hit points each? Yeah, unicorns got a huge upgrade from Heroes 2 to Heroes 3. Do I attack right now? I don't care. We're going to have the Fire Elementals kill them next turn, and we're going to resurrect the Elves. 2 Elves. Do you want to resurrect 2 Elves? Yeah, buddy. I've got the spell points. Why not? Here. And here. Neat. Okay, I'm not resurrecting again. That was my bad. That was my mistake. I thought that 21 Fire Elementals could actually do something. I guess that they can't. My bad. Okay, do I want the unicorns? Sure. They're a fast troop. They're good. They fit my army very, very well. And the Crusaders guarding this crystal mine, that's going to be very useful for me as well. Okay, happy. I'm very happy with the way things are going with this. And we've got this town basically fully upgraded. I will probably later do upgrades here, but that's not my concern at this time. And then the fort, we're still pretty far away from that. We actually needed a sawmill. I was hoping that that ore mine that we saw earlier was a sawmill and not a ore pit. I think we got enough ore. I think we do need more wood, though, as evidenced here. In fact, I think I'm going to pay... Well, since I can get the Enchanted Spring now, I will get the Enchanted Spring now. But otherwise, I was going to trade for the wood necessary to get the tavern to move my progression along in the way. I am not as trusting as I once was. After retrieving the book of the... I am not as trusting as I once was. After retrieving the book the old druid gave me, I thoroughly checked it for wards or spells. I found nothing but a minor weather protection cantrip. Perhaps I will read a little of it tonight. I hope you do. I hope the gem sees the writing on the wall and says, you know what? It's a brave new world and I gotta get with the times. Sorcery is so 1995. 9 centaurs. I can't believe I'm fighting these fights for centaurs like this, but I'm going to. Darn it, I'm going to. Let's go here. And it's probably going to be this Crusader here that we focus on. I'll take whatever losses I get on this retaliation and here. And now we're just going to hit Q. Okay, 1 centaur goes down. Advanced diplomacy, yeah. You know what? We actually haven't seen any enemies really try and join us yet, have we? Have not. Okay, green Keymaster's tent. So this is actually important. I just realized we could not have gone faster. This was as fast as we could have gone because you have to get this tent. You had to get this tent. You have to get this tent. And in that way, you cannot rush the enemy with your spells. So I talked earlier about trying to rush and get out there. This was actually about as fast as we could have done, I think. And now that actually makes me think maybe we need to do a better job of kind of like focusing. Okay, do we head out right now or what do we do? We know Clancy's coming down. He's going to have additional troops. Those additional troops are probably going to be the best thing for me. I don't know if I'm the toughest, but the enemy does not have as many castles as I do. The enemy does not have as many castles as I do. We are still in month 1. It is month 1, week 4, day 2. I think that we still have some opportunities here to overwhelm these guys. 8 hit points, 84. Let's just cast 1 magic arrow. And so we've talked about, the sooner we're able to get out, the better, because our spells are most effective when there's less troops on the battlefield. I think I hear that. I say that. I mean that. We're going to have dragons. We're going to have a couple dragons because we've been good about spreading our damage and spreading our heroes' effectiveness. Yeah, I think that we're going to head out so fast. So fast. Clancy, Gem. I do want Gem to be the primary. Well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it does. 90 spell points is not the same as 240. A fully optimized Gem with her spell points is actually so much better. It's actually so much better. So, I think that we're gonna have to. I think we're just gonna have to do that. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do it like this, where Gem is gonna be the one that leads, Clancy's gonna stay in the rear, and he's going to defend. And he's actually gonna do a great job of defending, I think. I really do. I really do. Resurrect True is gonna be important here, I think. I would love to just chain lightning everybody. Should I? I mean, for 6 centaurs, I can just cast 1 meteor shower. That seems useful, actually. A little sad, but it's not like that time we Armageddoned our entire army just because we wanted to do something silly. That was pretty good, actually. That was pretty good. I've got no regrets. Let's see. Immune to fire. Does that mean that their fire shield I don't take any damage from? Something tells me no. Something tells me I still take damage from the fire shield. No, I don't. Tremendous. Thrilling. I will let the centaurs go. I'll let the 1 unicorn go. We're going to cast 1 lightning bolt here. I'm going to defend. I'll shoot him down. We're going to wait. Lose troops. And then do my Resurrect True now. And so yeah, we will lose the Centaurs, but we'll keep the Elves. That seems like a pretty good trade. Pretty good. Just like this. Okay. Much better. 18 and 1. That's acceptable. And then for this endless bag of gold, you better believe it, that's going to be an extra 750 gold per day. A noblewoman separated from her traveling companions asks for your help. After escorting her home, she rewards you with a bag filled with gold. This is interesting. Spell scroll. 7 ghost dragons. Wraiths. I do need this sawmill. But I also think I need to get all the way through here. Wait a second. Green Keymaster's Tent. Green Border Guard. I can actually go this way. Let's go this way. Yeah, hold on. Let's go this way. Wait a second. You were supposed to pick up troops. We'll pick them up soon. We'll come back. We've got time. I hope. Actually, this is going to be a good time, I think, to start upgrading some of these secondary buildings, even at the cost of upgrading some of my other towns. Because, again, we don't have a lot of wood. And so, like here, we're going to get the Citadel before we get anything else, surprisingly. Well, no, we're going to trade for the wood. 3 wood? 1, 2, 3? No, you got to keep your ore because that is what's required to get your Dragon Cliffs. You need 30 ore for that. We're just going to pick up the Citadel. It also costs ore. It's day 2. We're going to have enough ore in just a moment. Let's pick up the Citadel where we can, and let's fight this fight here and now. Jem wants to run. We say no. Ouch. 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 Ooh. Ouch. Ouch. The 21 Fire Elementals is actually a massive pickup. It's actually huge. Because we can't destroy all these Bone Dragons with 1 Destroy Undead. And we need the Fire Elementals to stick around for another turn or 2. It's going to be the Chain Lightning. Is it? That'll kill 2 sacks and then a couple. Actually, I think it's actually 2 Destroy Undeads. I think it's 2 Destroy Undeads, and you're just going to suck it up and finally lose the Elves. Yeah, I think so. Sad. And then 49 hit points. Let's just kill the one where we can, because why not? But we've got enough hit points left that the enemy can't chew through all of this. But there's no other real good way I can do this. Unless I just use the Fire Elementals to defeat everybody, and then at the end of the battle I do 1 Resurrect True. Actually, we can do that, can't we? Yeah, we can do that. I think that the Fire Elementals can clean everybody else out. Especially if we cast, what, 1 Fireball for 15 spell points? Might as well do this if you're going to do that. Kill everybody. I'm not going to retaliate for 70 points of damage. Dang it, I did! I'm too tough. I'm too strong. You're just too powerful. Get out of the gym. Arnold, you're too big. You're too big. Let it go. Okay, spell scroll. What is this? Town portal? Oh, we've already got town portal, don't we? No? I guess we don't. I guess that's the first time we get town portal. Okay. Well, we lost the elves. And you know what, though? Those elves have been with us since the very beginning. They've done a tremendous job for us. I don't think we need to be too sad. We're going to push this barrier off. We're going to push over all these troops. Might as well put this +1 luck and morale for +1 to your units. Which is better? Keep the equestrian gloves for sure. And you could do this thing where you, at the beginning of each day, or at the end of each day, you put the equestrian gloves on, and then it puts the movement points into your hero. The problem is I don't trust myself to not forget. I'll usually do that with Boots of Speed and Pathfinder boots, where I will put the Boots of Speed on at night, so then the morning comes, I have all my movement points, and then I swap those out for the Pathfinder boots, so I get the bonus across bad terrain. I don't know if that's going to be the ticket here, though. Again, I don't trust myself to not forget. That's really what it comes down to. We got to get the sawmill. We've needed wood for a second. I'm going to accept those losses. 3 Centaurs. My word. I'm done. Okay. And then we might as well head to the front, because this is where we're going to go. This is going to be the best thing for us. Really? That's the fastest way? No, it's not. We're just blocking the path here. We are preparing very, very quickly. We are ready to go. And in not too much longer, you're going to see something pretty nifty here. We're going to go nuts. We're going to go nuts. We do want this +1 to our defense on our way out, though. We'll grab that in just 1 second. Okay, day 3. Got to get these troops over here so that way the dragons can be friends with us. Dragon Cliffs, we're close. We're actually not that close. We got the Enchanted Spring. Oh, gosh. Good job. Way to go, Fix Fox. Oh, that's not how it's done. Tavern. No ore, no crystal. Any building that requires ore or crystal, we do not get at this time. We'll do more later, but right now, no. So like this fort? No. Let's get at least 1 Dragon Cliff going, because then we can get the bonus from this Dragon Cliff, because the external dwelling will add 1 dragon to our ranks. And then, okay, so like here, no crystal. No, we're not going to do that. Gems, though. We don't mind about gems and things of that nature. Okay. And folks, this is going to be a 2-parter, only because, quite frankly, I think that this has still been interesting. I try to make sure that if I do a 2-parter, that I don't waste your time. Like, we all want to see the logical conclusion of this, right? Like we do. But the problem is that this scenario's already gone fairly long anyway. I do think that you've gotten your money's worth. I think that you've seen some interesting fights. And it's to the point where I've got other responsibilities that I need to attend to. And so, unfortunately, due to the logistics of life in general, I think that we are going to have to call this very, very soon. I'm going to basically go to the end of this week, and then we're going to call it for this video. But as far as strategy goes, and as far as just kind of a recap in general, I think that the things that I'm most happy about is how quickly we've been able to get to the point where we can bring to bear our armies against the enemy. I am glad with how much we've been able to build up our towns and our castles pretty safely. I mean, we've got bone dragons here that are accruing. We've got our gold dragons, green dragons, excuse me. And we've got 2 other towns and castles that we are going to start upgrading very, very quickly. So we're in a good spot. We really are. And I think we've set ourselves up for success against this enemy. I may be giving myself a major problem by going through this green border guard sooner rather than later. That might be a huge mistake. But I think, again, my spells are going to be more useful in lower levels of enemy troops. The effectiveness is just going to be more effective because spells ultimately drop off in power when there's more enemies on the battlefield. So, for that reason, we are going to push out sooner rather than later. That's my plan. That's what we're going to do. That's why I'm sticking to it. And with that being said, Jim is probably still 1 more day away from getting over to the main enemy's border guard. So we're going to upgrade where we can. Do we take the green dragons before they are gold dragons? I think we're actually going to leave dragons. I think we might take Dread Knights instead of... No, I don't think we want the morale penalty. We don't have leadership, unfortunately. And so I think we're going to wait 1 more turn here with Clancy, though, to get these Dendroid soldiers and the dwarves. Maybe we just make sure we have 1 fully upgraded castle. If I'm being honest, I'd rather wait and make sure I have these fully upgraded troops. I really, truly would. I'll pick up these +1s on my way to the front, though. Just these luck and morale bonuses. Does one of these heroes actually have... No, they don't. We don't have the artifact. Did I ever pick this up? The Hourglass of Evil. I never picked it up. I guess that tells you what I think about that artifact. Oh, that's so sad. And then I am going to actually bring all these troops here. I think that we're to the point where... Hold on. I think that we might as well grab everybody, and then by the time it's time to run, time to go, we'll be set. So day 6 is what we're looking for. Everybody else is staying put. I think we've already looked in here. Nope, never mind. Here? Nope, nothing here. By the way, I found a huge disagreement between me and my dad. What was the disagreement? The disagreement was whether or not it's a good idea to get the Mystic Pond. Is the Mystic Pond good or bad? For the recap, if you're unfamiliar with what the Mystic Pond does, the Mystic Pond is here in the Rampart Castle. You spend a couple of resources, and then it will generate you a small random number of resources each week. I don't like it because, in my mind, it's going to cost you gold and resources, and there's no way it can possibly pay itself back until at least 6 weeks in, something like that. And that just feels bad to me. My dad loves the Mystic Pond. He says, hey, if I'm going to be in a scenario where I'm going to be here for 2, 3, 4 months, it's going to be useful and worth it. And I do agree. I think that in those long-term, like, kind of thinking patterns, yes, absolutely, you're correct. The longer the scenario goes, the better it is. But I just don't think it's worth the investment. I just don't think it is. Even now, I mean, I've got resources. Should I get it just because? It feels like a waste. It feels pretty bad. Yeah, I think I'm going to spend the resources, and then I'm just going to wish I had 2 crystal for later. So anyway, that was a disagreement that me and my dad had. And it's been nice, actually, I enjoy talking Heroes with my dad in a big way. He's, again, I've mentioned before, he's great at Heroes of Might and Magic, and I'm actually looking forward to something. I'm not going to say what. I'm not going to spoil it, but I got a plan, and there might be an opportunity where you get to hear from not just Fix Fox, but also the person that raised me and helped make me a good Heroes of Might and Magic player. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying. So, otherwise, it's gonna be fun to kind of see where this goes from here. This scenario in particular, and just things in general. I don't know about this building here. Should I spend the gold and the resources? 5 ore. I think that we're actually good on ore now. Now that we got the dragons, I think that we're good on that. Okay, and then, but we're still too far away from getting the fort here. That's reasonable. Everybody else is just sitting and waiting. It's day 7. Genova's going to head back, and she's probably going to try and get troops to the front in short order. Did we ever pick up this windmill? We did. And this will be the last day before we head on to a new adventure here. Meanwhile, Jem is just harassing the peasantry. This would have been so many skeletons that we would have had to have dealt with. That's so many. Super bad. Let's get out just so Jem can get in and get her spell points back. Starting off fresh and shiny. Final purchases, day 7. Nothing here. I could get the dendroid saplings. I'll get the castle. There you go. Get the castle. Huge bonus, actually, for all the different troops. Nothing here to get. This is good. This is good. I don't think we're going to get these gold dragons before we set off. Just the gold cost is going to be too much. So we might as well make sure we have Pegasus Spring upgraded for day 1. And then that should be it, folks. My name is Fix Fox. Thank you so much for the time for being here. Oh, and we're actually going to get to see something. First of all, Centaur population doubles. That's interesting because, again, Jem has the diplomacy. And with the diplomacy here, plus with my vision spell, I can maybe... Hold on. Do we pick up tons of centaurs? Not here. Horde of centaurs, horde of centaurs. We might just have to go out of our way. We're going to have to see. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we won't. But I'm excited to see what that does. And then also, we get to see Sharna. 163 peasants? You let 163 peasants join you? What's wrong with you? That's stupid. You'd much rather have all these peasants as skeletons. But here's the deal. This is Orange's toughest hero. 10 attack, 14 defense, 7 spell power, 7 knowledge, with only 8 spell points at the moment. Are you kidding me? We're probably going to fight this on day 1. We're going to go to here. We're going to go through. We're going to try and get troops from here to here to here. And we're going to make this happen. We're going to get all these troops here day 1, and Jem is going to come busting through there. It's going to be absolute fireworks. And unfortunately, I'm going to leave you on a cliffhanger. Folks, until I see you next time, take care of you, take care of your family, take care of your friends. My name is Fix Fox. I'll see you in the next one.